3-Minute Thesis, Pang Chaxiong, March 24th, 2022. First place winner.
A diagnosis of autism can provide validation, a starting point for seeking answers, an identity, and connection to the autistic community. It can also open the doors to supports and services, things like special education, occupational and speech therapy, and behavioral intervention. Receiving these services at any time in life is amazing. Receiving these services in the toddler years, when brain development is most robust, is even more amazing. 90% of brain growth happens before kindergarten, and studies show receiving early, intensive intervention can improve long-term outcomes. And because a diagnosis of autism is often needed to receive services, it is exceptionally important that we identify autism early. The good news is we can. We can reliably diagnose autism by age 2. The bad news is the national average age of diagnosis is still after 4, and for children of color, it's likely even later. In fact, 1 to 2 years later than non-Latino white children. Now remember, late diagnosis means late services. And if children of color are receiving later diagnosis, which can also mean disparities in long-term outcomes. And this is why it is crucial that we figure out how to diagnose autism earlier, especially in children of color. And parents are often the ones navigating the diagnostic process, so I see them as a key starting point. And right now, parents of color are operating in a process that better meets the needs of white middle-class English-speaking families. Healthcare providers are disproportionately white. Most autism information is in English. Screening tools, they work better with white English-speaking children. And most autism research has looked at white middle-class English-speaking participants. This is why my research seeks to understand Hmong parents' perceptions of autism and their experiences in the diagnostic process. In comparison to the general US population, the Hmong community is more likely to be English language learners, to have lower educational attainment, to live in poverty, and to have public versus private health insurance. Although my community is particularly vulnerable to inequities in diagnosis, we have received almost no attention in autism research. My survey study asks 35 Hmong parents about barriers and support to getting their child diagnosed, their beliefs about autism and the importance of a diagnosis and services, and how and where they get information on autism. My hope is that this knowledge will inform changes to the current diagnostic process and improve age of diagnosis for Hmong children. Thank you.